Christ is in our midst. He is and ever shall be. Welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, and even if it's not your first time, thank you for clicking on the video. This channel used to be all strictly religious, and now it's going to include gardening because I am becoming God's gardener. And I will show you, this is a hint of what to come. I'll show you why I know for sure that it's God's garden, okay? He has shown me it's his garden, and I love him for it. Anyway, today I want to share with you what I'm going to plant on those borders, on the sides of my property. Remember, I told you that on the long, that would be the south side. I'm going to put willow trees, and on the back I'm going to put bamboo, golden bamboo, and then over on the other side, opposite side, of the first one would be the another row of the willow trees. So the willow trees are going to be on the long sides of my property, and the bamboo will be on the short, on the very, very end. Okay, I bought these cuttings from CZ Grain. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm telling you where I got these. C as in cat, Z as in zebra, CZ Grain. And they're a very nice company, very good company. And this is what they sent me. These are willow cuttings. In other words, they take a branch of the willow tree and they chop it up. They chop it up into pieces, and then you stick it in water. And it grows these roots. Look at those roots. Look at those roots. It's just been sitting in water for a week or so, or maybe 2 weeks, but it's been sitting in water and it's rooted. Now, this is the second half of the batch that I bought. I bought 73 of these willow tree cuttings. 73 willow trees. Where are you going to plant 73 willow trees? I'll find a place, don't worry. Okay, I'm trying to work out my camera and all of its intricacies, and so I'm going to try to show you what I'm doing. Okay, I have here my mixture. This is my mixture of sand, 50% sand and 50% compost. Okay, you know, yesterday's video I was sifting my compost, and my brother, God bless him, thank you brother, he said it's also called screening. Okay, so I'm screening my compost. Oh, that's a piece of wood. It should have stayed out. And I screened the compost and got a lot, and I'll show you a little, after a while, all the compost I got from that first bin. And I mixed it in this tub with half sand and half compost, and that's my seed starting mixture. Okay, it's also what I'm going to put these cuttings in, because as I told you before, these are going to be going into a sandy loam soil anyway, and so this is a perfect medium for them to get started in and get used to. Okay, now this is one that it has a leaf bud right there. It's just coming out. So this one hasn't really done that much. So I'm going to put that one back, okay, and I'm going to look at this one, okay. This one has some sprouts at the top. Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? And roots at the bottom, okay? So this is one that we're gonna pot, okay? I'm going to pot these cuttings. You can put these cuttings right in the ground, but I don't think this is the right season, right time of the year to put them in the ground. I'm not sure they'll get a foothold in the ground and be strong enough to withstand a winter that we might have, if in case we have another bad winter like we had a couple of years ago. So I'm going to pot them. I have all these empty pots that I've been collecting, and I'm going to put them right in the bottom. Now, it's flat on the bottom because, you know, they cut it as a cutting, flat on top, flat on bottom, and the roots grow out the side. So I'm okay putting it right in the very bottom of this pot, and I'm going to hold it in the center, and I'm going to fill it in on all the sides, shake it real good. I'm going to hit it on the ground a couple of times on the deck here, and get it all packed in. It shouldn't have any air pockets with that packing, and I'm going to put it right in my tray. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing that. And here's another one. Isn't that neat? Roots on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to put that here, and we're going to put it on the bottom like before, and we're going to fill it in with dirt. Make sure all the roots get down in there. Yep. Okay. And these are going to be then my cuttings that I have rooted in water, just plain water. You fill a bucket and put them in there, and and you put the water level halfway up these cuttings, and then you just wait. It takes patience. This most gardening does. You just wait and wait and wait, and they sit here and they sit here. And I thought for a while, after a couple of days, they're just all dead. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to do anything. And then all of a sudden I saw little buds. And then all of a sudden I saw some branches. And here we have all of these. These are the latecomers. Okay. Now, this is where I'm going to try to do my camera. Forgive me. Okay. So what I did before was this batch over here. So this was a batch that I did Monday. This is Thursday. Today is Thursday, and I did these Monday. I potted them all, and they were growing about this tall. Okay, yeah. They were growing about this tall, and it said that you can cut them back. And so I took some scissors and kind of pruned them all, just all at the same level, just to get them. I don't want a whole lot of growth. I want it to be bushy. I want it to get strong stems, strong branches, and so I'm not after it coming up and being leggy and just, you know, one branch on each thing. So this is going to make them sprout out and multiply and in their branches and be good. But this is the first batch I did. They rooted immediately. I mean, well, sooner than these did. And so now I'm potting the rest of this bucket here. The ones that have shown me that they've got sufficient roots now that I think will help get them started. I'm hoping I'll do all of them. Although I may even do that one that I showed you a while ago that only has a bud, because I know it's going to do that. It's going to bud. It's going to stem, and it's got good roots. It's going to give me a stem. So go away. That was a hornet. What is that hornet doing? Sorry, Lord. I had to squash that one. It was too near me. Nature is good. All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. And that gives you a hint of what I used to be. But there's some insects that they need to have boundaries, okay? You're okay if you're over there, all right? But don't come over here and touch me or sting me or bother me. I'm sorry. But if you're over there, that's fine. You know, wasps, yellow jackets, they all have a purpose. They're all a part of this environment that we're in here, this ecosystem, you might say, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and finish potting all of these. I don't think you need to see that process, but I did want to show you something from yesterday. So let me see if I can do this without messing up. Okay. Quickly, I want to just go back here to the backyard and show you I don't see the turnaround thing now, so I don't know where it is. Oh, come on. It's not showing me a turnaround. I'm still taping. Okay, I see the counter's going, but I can't, you know, I told you I was rusty. And I'm wasting time. Okay, here is where that compost heap was. It's just a blank spot now. I hope I'm showing you the right thing. But it's just that was the first compost bin, compost pile that came out of that first bin, and that I processed it out here, and it finally was finished. And look at all the compost I got out of it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tubs, and you can figure out what the cubic footage of that is. These are all 18 gallon, and they are packed. I mean, it's up to the brim to be able to get the lid on. Okay, and then I got this this garbage can over here. It's also plumb full. Okay, of beautiful, beautiful compost. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just beautiful, beautiful compost. Free. All of this was free. It just took putting it together and patience, okay? But it was all free. Anyway, that's how much free compost I got out of just one compost bin. And I will be, I'm going too fast, I'm sorry. I'll be working on this compost bin next. It has never been turned. It's in the original wire cage and position that it's been in since the beginning, and it's just been sitting there doing its thing. And so I will be next, when I get a chance, working on turning that pile out here, and I'm ready to start a new pile here. I'm not going to use a cage this time. I'm going to try it without a cage. And I've got a little place wallowed out there to put some kitchen scraps in, okay? So to get it started. All right. And there's the back. I can't tell if I'm showing you the right things or not, but there's the backyard, okay? And we'll talk about that more later, okay? All right, I'm gonna make this shorter than I've been doing and try to keep the talking down and try not to say it's a blank slate too many times, okay? But this is God's garden, and we're supposed to get some rain this afternoon at 3 o'clock. From 3 o'clock on, we're supposed to get a thunderstorm and some rain. We haven't had rain here. It's been several months that we haven't had rain. And it's so dry. Just so dry. The front of my property out by the gate is everything's dead. All the grass that's there, natural grass and everything that's in the driveway, it's all dead. Everything is so dry. And I've been watering. I bought some hoses and hoses and sprinklers, and I've been watering the backyard in like 2/3 of the backyard, because I want to get it moist and get it growing. I sowed a whole bunch of buckwheat seeds and some other seeds that are for just, they're supposed to be a cover crop for the winter, is what I'm saying. And so I wanted to get them started. They are all coming up, and I'll show you that sometime, how the seedlings are coming up. It's so neat. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here and thank you for watching. As I said earlier, thank you for tuning in and watching this. The cuttings were just a wonderful thing to come across, that you can do that. And of course, gives me, and I saw other YouTubes about starting figs through cuttings and starting other things through cuttings. So I hope to, in the future, do more cuttings and rooting them, and eventually I'll have a greenhouse, and that will be what I'll do in the greenhouse. I don't know how I'm going to overwinter everything, but I'm going to try, and God willing, I'm going to overwinter a lot of stuff, and so that I can plant it in the spring, and it will have started something in the pot of a root system, and then we'll give it some help in growing in the spring, where I want to plant all this stuff. All right, thank you. And until next time, this is Subdeacon Paisius, or Russell, or Uncle Russell, signing off. Glory to God for all things.